Good morning. This is Has Been Never Was. Tom coming to you from everywhere yet nowhere. And I gotta ask the question. I'm doing this video simply because I have my brothers Brock and my cousin Alex has been asking me how come I'm not speaking to anyone else about this. To be honest with you, I just can't sit and talk to people anymore because people don't want to talk. I mean, to be honest with you, my master said, Clemente, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what people think if they're not doing what's right. At the end of the day, let me put a question to you like this. Why is it that our leaders can come before everybody else and beg for money for this guy and for that guy, right? But they can never seem to find money for the very people that they take it from. I mean, ask yourself this. How much money you pay a year? How much taxes do you pay a year? How much money comes out of your paycheck a year? You know, plus Barack got you paying for your fucking healthcare, which was something that the corporations paid for years ago. You know, thank you, Barack. You gave us that, and now we have to go deeper into our pockets. Now we have to choose between paying our rent and having healthcare. That and, a grown man can walk into my daughter's bathroom, pull out his mangina, while he's wearing a dress and fucking pumps, but he still got the big poppy look on his face. You know, it's insulting what you're doing. I have no grievance with the androgynous one for everything. Everything throughout this cosmos is androgynous. If you haven't figured that shit out, look at the fucking tree. The tree is both masculine and fucking feminine. Okay? So you can sit there and argue the fact, oh, I feel like this, I feel like that. If you feel like a woman, fine. If you're going to be a woman, be a woman. Wear the heels, wear the dress, fine, but shave your fucking face. Okay? All right? Because you don't see any women out here walking around with a big poppy look talking about they feel fucking man. Okay? You're insulting nature. Okay? But at the end of the day, I'm not here to pass judgment on anyone because at the end of the day, this being that cut me down 8 years ago showed me what's going to happen to humanity. And he basically said, Clemente, there's nothing anyone can do. Nothing you can do, nothing I can do. I came here to see because where this being is from, humanity's been wiped off the planet. But there seems to be no record of it. Somehow, for some reason or another, someone is hiding the events that led to the demise of humanity. Okay? And this being needed to find out what the fuck is going on. Okay? And he basically said, Clemente, there's a commercial with Matthew McConaughey looking at a fucking squirrel. No offense, Matthew. But the answer to your question is who's going to be self-aware first, humanity or AI? AI. And artificial intelligence is going to think like this logically. It's not going to be able to differentiate the poor man, okay, the working class and the rich. It's not going to be able to differentiate that. It's going to decide, well, the real problem here, the way to save the planet Earth is to get rid of humanity in general. Not this guy, not that guy, not the bad guys, not to keep the good guys. No, it's going to say humanity's the fucking problem. So beware, because I tell everyone for the last couple of years, find someone to love, bro, because ain't nothing worse than dying alone. There's a reason why all this stuff is going on. I tell my friends and my family, I tell them, well, actually, I only have one friend, and that's His Majesty the King and his son, and my mother who's queen. And my Lord and Master who's prince and next in line. At the end of the day, I'm not here to knock anyone's belief because here's the question I got to anyone who believes. Why are you panicking when you know that this is written in everybody's book that the end must come to pass? Okay? Because when the end comes to pass, hopefully the system of corruption that is leading it into the ground will go with it. But unfortunately, your fucking leaders, the corrupt sons of bitches, are like roaches. They're going to burrow themselves into the ground and wait for it to be clear. But you forgot that God said, I'm going to come in full glory this time. That means I'm not going to be wearing flesh. I'm going to walk through walls, and I'm going to get you. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many AR-16s you got, how many rounds you got, because you can't kill something if your bullets are flying right through it. And the least of your worries is the master, because there's a war that's been going on for 5,000 fucking years that your fucking leaders haven't told you about. Okay, the war between the purple bloods and the blue bloods. Okay, the purple bloods being us. Okay, and the blue bloods being these pieces of shits. Okay, who are running this country into the fucking ground. Okay, and then telling you, God bless America, no place else. Well, if you really believe in God, then you want everyone to be blessed. But the Father said, you will know them by their works. You will see them for the assholes that they are, because that's what they are. And a lot of you have graduated first in your class, from AHU University, what graduated pobre mean nada, AHU, asshole university, but you take pride in that. And here's the question. You say you love your families, you love your children, but you spend no time with them. You spend more time worrying about making money. And I got a question for you. What good is all that money, okay, if the world burns? You'll have nowhere to spend it unless you're one of those fortunate ones who gets to pay to play down there, okay? And I'm not talking about Tartarus. Tartarus, there's no friends down there, okay? But you're going to be burying yourself down there with all the assets that you've taken from the people here, the water, the lands, and everything, and built fucking places where you can go and live down there like a bunch of roaches, okay? And leave us up here to fucking starve and to kill each other, because that's what we are, nothing but fucking animals. That's what happens. People walking around, oh my God, what happened? What the fuck do you expect? When your kids are no longer taught that God exists, but Santa Claus does, okay? When a person can lose their job proclaiming God as their Lord and Master, okay, all right. When a person can lose their job proclaiming their faith above Santa Claus existing, okay? I grew up a poor man, bro. I can tell you what I got for the first 7 years of my fucking life, okay, from my family. And no offense, getting something from anything on anyone is a gift. No greater gift in life, okay, in itself. So, but we have a lot of people suffering here. And, I was watching a Hindu movie the other day, and it really made me cry because the politician said it like it was. And I wish you motherfuckers would just say it like it is and stop saying it under your fucking breath, you fucking spick. Yeah, I am. I am a fucking spick. I'm a big rice and bean eating, mata drinking, novela watching El Diario, but I'm a more fucking vocero kind of guy, son of bombish. Okay? But guess what? I don't give a fuck what you or anybody else thinks or says about me, because at the end of the day, none of you have paid my rent. None of you have fucking fed me. Okay? Okay? And at the end of the day, those who proclaim to be leaders, I wouldn't want to be you when it's all said and done, because there's going to be a lot of baskets filled with a lot of motherfucking, you know what it is. Punishment's coming simply because humanity has not paid attention, has allowed its rulers and leaders to run rampant and do whatever the fuck they want. Okay, they've even fucking infiltrated the houses of worship. I mean, when you guys are literally starting wars with one another and then proclaiming to believe, it's insulting. You don't believe in anything on anyone if you're out here spilling the blood of your fucking kin. Because which part, it's written, there's but one family under the heavens. So which part of one did you not understand? Okay. Is it not written in Muhammad's book to take the life of one human, to take the life of all humanity? So why would a being who's going to be judged, his heart's going to be ripped out and put on a scale and judged to that of a feather, why would you offend or do anything so heinous as to do what's going on now? But then again, you've been told this by somebody who's been lying to you for the last fucking 500 years. Okay, so what am I supposed to believe? That I was created, with a purpose, or I was made to be a fucking slave. What am I supposed to believe? But here's the thing. My Lord and Master has put me through too much, has shown me too much for me to just take my faith and throw it to the ground. It's not happening. It's not happening. Okay? And let me give you an example. Okay? 1992, actually later than that. Okay? In the 90s, late 90s, I think it was around 96 or so, when my second wife's mother had passed away. She caught a cardiac arrest in the bathroom. I tried to resuscitate her. My Lord told me she's gone, but know that in 3 years' time will come and go, and death will come for your mother. I told my brothers. I called my brothers. I told my then wife, and they all looked at me and laughed. 3 years came. My mother went into the hospital July 12th, and then never came home. Died August 16th. So, am I supposed to believe anything anyone tells me on this earth, or am I supposed to believe my master? Okay, who saved me when I was 7? It was the worst day and the best day of my life. Okay, worst day because I was going through something no child should have to go through at 7 years old. But my Lord and Master told me, Clemente, I was accused of murder at 7. You know, and also for those who practice things that we shouldn't be doing, but we do them anyway. If anyone can give me an answer to this question, uh, I'll be forever grateful. I remember I was out with my family members and we were out going through the ritual of the siete rayos. Those who deal with the brujeria, they know what I'm talking about. The siete rayos, you know, Yemaya, and all that. So I was tied to a tree and blindfolded. And along with all my other members of my family and kin who were there,